So apart from GST, direct taxation, international taxation, transfer pricing, what are some, even M&A tax and all, what are like some unconventional paths which CA practitioners can take in the future?
So let me start with my favorite one, SME consulting. Okay. And I'm not talking about MSME and SME credits and benefits and loans. वो सब नहीं. I'm saying advisory. Yeah, that's what I do with a passion. You got to be able to advise a business on growth. You got to be able to advise a business on strategy. Doesn't come naturally to everybody, but remember, you as a chartered accountant know the businesses, know the processes much better than most. Only the founder and the CEO knows this stuff, but you can come in with an external financial view and say these processes need to be improved. Here is where you're going wrong. There's no business plan. There's no deck. There's no strategy here. Here is how I will help you to get fixed. I'll fix it for you. I will design a plan for you which will help you to grow. I'll then monitor that plan and then I'll raise the capital for that. And I'll make sure that you keep growing and growing and doing better. So that's something which is untapped. Some people do it well. Some people try to do it, but that can be done very well. We call it advisory. Then, I would just say hygiene checks in India, especially. There are so many non-compliance that happen, labor laws, provident fund. People don't get it. It's not easy. You leave it to payroll firms. But when it comes to diligences, you see the cracks there. So again, accounting firms with a legal bent of mind, I would say do your law. Become lawyers as well. The professional will stop you from learning law. And then advise clients on legal hygiene, data room readiness. These are some amazing products that one can do. See, transactions will happen. Most businesses will need capital sooner rather than later. That time you can be in readiness, IPO assistance, IPO readiness assistance. These are some areas where some firms are doing well. A lot of firms are not really doing it. So advisory services, accounting advisory, business advisory, these are great. Then again, specialist areas. I've already mentioned a few. Let's take a vertical. Let's say, look at the stock markets. Right? Everybody invests there. We all invest. Now, how do you really account for a transaction there? Should I just wait to download statements from the mutual fund, from the AMC, and then do a capital gain entry? That's not the right way to think. Can I go trade by trade? No, that's very cumbersome. But can I use technology and have a system in place where my monthly accounting happens for all the transactions for the month? I do my own accounting with the trade, and then I compare what the AMC sends me, and that's how you reconcile. There are leakages there. Now, that's again a very interesting way. You go deeper and deeper, and you will see there are faults. You can advise clients on that. Look at doctors, medical professionals. Now, their needs are very different. They collect a lot of money every day in consulting. I'm talking about consultants, right? Sometimes they get money in cash. Now, you have to advise the doctors that this cash has to go in the bank, either the same day or the next day. You can't use that cash for something else. So, you have to educate your clients. And there are senior surgeons, doctors who love that. They said, yeah, pura kar lo hai. So, there is a virtual CFO offering that one can offer for medical professionals. Similarly, SMEs may, and then you go up the value chain. I'm saying SMEs in a metaphor way. One can go to any business, but larger business will have their own setup teams. For chartered accountants, you can enter into these areas and then you start kind of, see, again, one size doesn't fit all, right? You say, इसमें क्या है? ये तो हम कर ही रहे हैं. It's about the passion with which one advises a client. That is what kind of brings up. And remember, good audits, I would rate quality audit. Conducting it well, as good as a great advice or a great tax opinion. And it's sometimes the audit profession is not credited for all of this, which is the fallacy in our system. It's a thankless job. Nobody will remain as auditors if the overreach continues in this way. Of course, there's a balancing that's required. So I would say, if somebody is bowling 10 overs at a stretch versus somebody and taking 3 or 4 wickets, somebody hitting a century, both should be equally credited, right? We sometimes don't credit our bowlers as much as we credit the batsmen. Similarly, there's a lot of glamour in the profession about doing certain things. Believe me, accounting is a boring, dry profession if one thinks that way. But if, say, the glass is half empty versus half full, you can make it very interesting by giving interesting advice. Be with the client, and the client values you. If you are with the client, can you be the trusted advisor? And that is one thing which chartered accountants can do really well at, be really good at and do much better. And once you are a trusted advisor, you are the first port of call.
If you learned something new from this video, do share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel so that we can bring you the best content possible. Also, if you want to watch this entire episode, click on the link in the description box and you can go to Kushal Lodha YouTube channel and watch the entire podcast episode. Thank you so much for watching this and have an amazing day.